I've always been like the kind of lesbian, I guess, that, you know, makes the first move, or kind of like goes for the person that, you know, she wants. And that was no different with my ex. Like, I was definitely the one initiating all the time from the beginning. And it was like that all the way until the end, I feel like, in many ways. But I don't think we were that good of a match, because she didn't really want my love. Like, she didn't really want me to be in love with her. And like, that was made really clear about a year ago when I was at her daughter's wedding, which I think I can say now. Yeah, I've said that before, it's fine. It's not a secret. I made a post about it on the channel and she was fine with that. But like, at the wedding, she was all dressed up, you know. She rarely would get dressed up because she's, you know, a little bit more of a tomboy, which I don't mind. I didn't mind. That's cool too. But she was all dressed up with some makeup on. Like, I think did they put false eyelashes on her? Maybe not. But anyway, she was looking beautiful. And I remember like falling in love with her all over again that night. And it wasn't just the makeup, right? Like, it wasn't just the dress and the makeup, which looked great. I mean, she really carries herself well in a dress, which would surprise some people because she does come across like a little bit more masculine. But anyway, it wasn't that at all. Like, it was her energy. It was her glow. It was coming from inside her, this beauty. Like, it was just radiating. And it's what I like to call spirit. Like, it was her spirit. I mean, I guess some people would call it aura, but like, yeah, she had a really strong aura. She had a really strong spirit. And to me, like, she was just glowing. Out of everybody at wedding, I thought she was the most beautiful. And I was taking pictures and stuff. If you don't know, I have a photography kind of hobby. I was the unofficial wedding photographer because her daughter asked me to do it, and I did it. So, but I took a lot of pictures of her, and I was like, I liked to capture beauty, and I was really happy that day. This was like a year ago, right? And I genuinely felt like I fell in love with her all over again. Like, the first time. Like, we hadn't been together at all, you know? Like, if this was a stranger that I met at that wedding, like, I would still fall for them. And September, I think like 5 months after that is when we broke up. And the reason we broke up, like, is because it became really clear to me that she didn't want that. We didn't want the same thing. I really wanted to fall in love with somebody and to show them how much I care about them and how much I think they're the most beautiful person in the world. Like, I love in a very particular way. It might be a bit strong for somebody. Like, sometimes I think I come across too much. It might be a bit much for some people, and I think it was a bit too much for her because, well, I don't really know why. Maybe she didn't feel like she could match that intensity, and so it was too much for her, you know? She wasn't really reciprocating that energy, or not even that, just she didn't want it. And I could tell, so. Anyway. So, that's that. So we didn't break up because of a fight or something that went, you know, dramatic in any way. It was more like a slow burn. It was a slow burn breakup. A slow death. But it just made me realize, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with the way I am, and I don't think there was anything wrong with the way she was. We were just not a good match for one another. You know, I felt like, I think I was taking it a bit too personally. I was thinking that there's something wrong with the way I love people, or that there's something wrong with the way that I want to express that love, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it just wasn't the right fit, you know? And hopefully I'll meet somebody one day where it's the right fit. And it won't be too much for them. Or like, they'll appreciate the attention, you know? They'll appreciate my affection. And it won't feel like too much for them. That would be amazing. It definitely left a scar, like, because it was my first, you know, like a first real thing. I had small things like in high school, but this was my first in many ways. I'm not giving up on that. Like, I know it's rare. I know it's rare to find somebody like that. But if, like, I've said this before, if I found it once, maybe I can find it again. And hopefully this time it'll be just a better match, you know? And if they're not receptive, like, and they don't want my love, at least this time I'll notice it right away and I won't pursue anything further. Or like if we want different things, like if we're not compatible sexually or something, like I'll just Anyway, I'm all sweaty. I was outside doing some shopping. Still pretty warm here. It's beach weather. I've been enjoying the beach a lot. And there's a lot of tropical fruits, which I really enjoy. It reminds me of Hawaii. I just got a bunch of little bananas and papayas from the market. Like, they grow papayas here, and avocados, what the hell, and mangoes, dragon fruit. It's crazy. But anyway, I'm doing all right. Just grief comes in waves, you know. And it was a significant part of my life. It was literally 1/3 of my life. I'm 30. It was a 10-year relationship. That's a lot. That's crazy. Anyway. I think if we're talking about like manifestations or, you know, what do you want your next relationship to look like, I think the only thing I will say is, yeah, I just want to be with somebody who wants to be with me too. Like with the same level of desire, intensity, passion. Just want to have fun with somebody. I'm sad, but I'm okay. Like, I'm sad, but it feels good. It feels complete. Like, it feels right that I left this behind. Even if it hurts a little. It hurts less than the pain of knowing that they'll never be able to reciprocate or accept what I was feeling for them. I want somebody who wants to receive my love and who's not scared of it. Anyway. Those are my thoughts for today. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye. Thanks for watching.